Here. 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 Any conflicts to report? Approval of minutes of the meeting of November 13th and November 20th.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion and second, all those in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Item A, correspondence received from Assistant Chief of Police Jeffrey Long with a recommendation for the award of police ordered towing, requesting approval for Officer K. Howard to receive A1, AI specialty pay, and a recommendation for Christopher Zalnis, Lindsay Fritz, Robert Jewski, Crystal Taylor, Andrew Webb, Matthew Zembala, Enrique Cook, Charlie Mixon II, and James DeBroke to be appointed as probationer members of the Hammond Police Department effective January 2nd, 2015.
I'll make a motion that we approve Chief Long's request.
Second.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item B, contract for professional services with JM Industrial Services, Inc. for the demolition of property located at 537 Hoffman.
Kurt, this is something new for us. Chris, or Lynn, you told me, right? What is it?
Yeah, that one I'm not familiar with. I don't know if that's for redevelopment.
I'll make a motion that we approve.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Correspondence received from Attorney Gary Matthews requesting a hearing on the property located at 701 and 705 Kane Street be continued.
Yes, I have that item, and then also D and E. On 701 and 705 Kane, my client advised me that her 96-year-old mother, who lives in Honduras, fell and broke her hip, and she wanted to travel there to take care of her mother. She felt it was necessary. I've talked about continuing it to February or even March. That's what she asked me to do, and it's a 2-unit building that used to at one point be 3 units in each of these. The basements have been vacated, so there's been some compliance with what the city has requested. One of the 2 units, the upstairs tenant has vacated, so there's only one other property that really is at issue there, and I think we agree that it's not any substantial safety risk. It's not overcrowded, not overoccupied, you know, pretty well maintained, so we'd hope the board would agree to extend the time to get something done until February or even the beginning of March.
I agree. January 29th, when is that what we decided? Make a motion.
Enough time? You said February or March, that's neither.
The longer, the better for,
February 19th?
that would be fine.
Motion,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item D, hearing on property located at 40 Warren, 222 Hanover, and 4930 Cedar Avenue.
Yeah, those 40 Warren, Mr. Cook and I have gone through the properties. He's turned it over to Jim Callahan for a final decision. I've just been unable to meet with Jim. And then last week I got this bronchitis thing, and I figure with Jim's help, the last thing he needs to do is meet with me in a room. So if we can get that bumped to January sometime, 222 Hanover Street. I'm making arrangements to meet with Kelly Kearney. He apparently is the one handling that, as well as 4930 Cedar. Both of those properties are owned by Tom Culver. So if we could get those bumped to January, that would be great.
29th?
That's fine.
That's my motion.
Motion,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item E, agreed order on property located at 1916 Calumet Avenue submitted for approval.
And what I'm going to ask the board to do is to defer that until the next meeting. Mr. Cook went through the property with the owner and myself. The building department has agreed on the work to be done, but we didn't put a time frame on it. In the agreement I prepared, my client put a time frame that allows the work to be done up through November of this coming year. Mr. Cook and I talked this morning. He felt that that's just a little too long. So I'm going to go back and see if my client can get all the work done by, say, June of 2015, and if that's agreeable, revise it and resubmit it.
You know, the next meeting is January.
Is it?
Yeah, there's no more meetings this year.
Christmas and New Year's.
Unless you want to come in Christmas Day, well,
Okay. January 8th?
That's our next meeting. Is that,
That would be fine. So we can just defer action on that and resubmit it.
motion,
Second?
all in favor? Ayes have it.
Thank you very much. Have a Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Item F, correspondence received from attorney Curtis Fossey requesting a continuance of the hearing on property located at 915 Michigan Street.
he's asking for sometime in February, I'm guessing, February, to give us time to get together in January. So he's asking for something in February, so, oh, did I say the date wasn't February?
February 19th?
Motion? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item G, correspondence received from attorney Mark Vandermolen requesting a hearing on property located at 734 169th be continued.
The Attorney Vandermolen's client is cooperating with the building department or code enforcement, at least that's my understanding, and that's the reason for the continuance. They are voluntarily trying to return the property to.
60?
So you're asking for February 19th also?
Sure.
Motion?
Second?
All those in favor? Ayes have it. Item A, correspondence received from attorney Lonnie Randolph requesting the rental registration hearing on property located at 1138 Moore Street be continued.
Just to bring the board up to speed, this is a property where there is an estate and there is two heirs arguing over ownership. The estate issue has not been ruled upon, so we don't know who the proper person is to register 1138 Moore.
Okay.
I would just like we continue. Did Mr. Randolph give us a date? Okay, let's go into April because he's in session, so we won't get him here anytime between now and April.
Motion?
Second?
April 9th?
Second.
Second. All those in favor? Ayes have it. Item I, rental registration hearing on property located at 6237 Van Buren Avenue.
Mr. Torres? Here none, see none?
Okay. What about April? Okay. Nobody's here.
6237 Van Buren.
On this one, Mr. President, we are going to waive the late fee. On the 6237 Van Buren, nobody appears, I would ask that the appeal be denied.
Is it one unit? Oh, this is,
7314 to 16 home, and I would guess it's 2 units.
no, I'm going,
Oh,
Rod Van Buren.
hi, 6237 Van Buren?
I don't know, I would just say appeal denied.
I mean, you know, it's one unit, two unit?
Nobody's here, so.
Motion 205, to deny their appeal.
Second?
Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item J, rental registration hearing on property located at 7314 to 16 Holman Avenue. Yes, sir.
Kevin Gerhart here for my mother, Marcella.
Mr. Cook spoke to the property owner, and Mr. Cook is not in, has no objection to waiving the late fee.
Sir, is it single family, one, two units?
It's 2 units.
Okay, two, just this year? I'd like to make a motion that we waive the penalty, but the units must be registered at the meeting house.
Second. Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Item K, rental registration hearing on property located at 7937 White Oak Lane.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi. What do I do?
Well, you didn't register the units, so that's why you're here.
Okay, I didn't know about registering rental units. It was my mother's home. We put her in a nursing home. Some friends of ours are living there, and I didn't know about. I mean, I changed it with the county as a rental. You know, if I didn't know anything about the city.
It's just a single family then?
Yes.
Make a motion that we waive the late fee, but the $80 must be paid for 2014.
Second?
Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
So-
Thank you, ma'am.
From now on, as long as you rent it out,
Yes.
every year, the $80 has to be paid by April 15th.
Okay.
And then, that's done downstairs in the basement,
Okay,
the building department, code enforcement.
Yep,
Okay.
you won't always, there's no guarantee you get a notice, but by April 15th, it's gotta be done.
okay, so I just,
The one you're paying for now is for 2014.
okay,
So from January 1st till April 15th.
then I have to do it again.
Yes.
Okay,
That'll be for this, upcoming year.
okay, and it's like $80 a year?
$80 a year.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, do I go downstairs to the basement?
After the meeting, you can see the young lady here, and she will get you the paperwork, and you can do it now, or we can mail it to you.
Thank you,
We
thank
have
you.
your address, right?
My address?
River Drive?
Yes.
Okay.
Item L, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearing.
When did we say? I'd like to make a motion that we schedule these for January 29th.
Motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Correspondence received from Attorney Scott King requesting a continuance of the hearing set for the business license revocation of Grand Food Mart.
Mr. President, that was the place that had the fake weed. I did speak to the detective. They are okay with continuing it, I believe, but don't wish to misrepresent Mr. King's position. I think he's trying to resolve the criminal case before he handles this administrative.
He's asking for it to be set on the 29th of
Correct.
January also. That's my motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item N, request received for no trucks signs on Sheffield Avenue.
Yeah, this is the section that's within the park now, from Calumet Avenue to 129th Street. Gary put the signs up the other day. We need to make that part of our ordinance, so I'd like to make a motion that we approve the no truck.
Second.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item O, license agreement with Porter's Apparel.
Mr. President, I'm sorry, this is just so we can do environmental testing. I believe this is for the dry cleaning chemicals.
So we need to approve that, or?
Yes, it's a license agreement. Basically, they're giving permission for H&M to go onto their property and sample groundwater, dirt, or such.
Make a motion to approve their request.
Motion?
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item P, Comcast Enterprise Services Master Services Agreement submitted for approval.
Oh, Mr. President, that is the that's the contract so that the city of Hammond can have internet throughout the entire greater city proper.
Greater City of Hammond.
Make a motion to approve their.
Second.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item Q, correspondence received from the Hammond City Council regarding the condition of the playground at Harrison Park.
You say, I don't remember.
Councilman Higgs, supported by Councilman Hinojosa. Move to have a copy of the attached correspondence forwarded to us.
Pretty nice to me.
No protective barrier to keep the mulch. Ground dips beneath zip line. Zip line?
Let's go on the plan.
I'm not sure what this is. Oh, here. I can't read.
None of them look like they're real serious conditions, but we probably should refer that over to, is it Pat Moore now, or is it Gary Gleason?
I would say send it to Pat Moore. I think he's still in charge of mulch.
Yeah, to just dress it up a little bit. Like that area under the zip line, you're gonna have to go out there probably once a month, because the kids slide along the ground, and that's what they're saying, that there's a dip in there.
Make a motion that we send this over to Mr. Moore.
Motion,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Item, ayes have it. Item 6, matters from board members. There being none. Matters from other department heads or their representatives.
Mr. President, I would just ask, we had a letter from the police department asking that we award towing contracts. Do we have that letter?
We did that
Okay.
in item A.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we award those, and then we can send the contracts out today to all the winning bidders.
I didn't see that
It
letter.
actually was part of item A.
That was part of it.
Okay.
Just to approve the contract and cap.
That's fine.
I didn't say who, you just said.
No, that's fine. It's in the letter, but I just want to make sure, because we are going to mail the contracts out today.
Yeah, that's sure. Any other department heads? Any new business? Any old business? The meeting is now open to the public. Anyone from the public wish to address the board?
Motion adjourned.
Motion and second, all those in favor?